Okay, this is a review of the Thompson Chain 306 New King James Burgundy and the genuine leather cappy grain. I have another video of the large print, and comparison wise I would show you some differences in the quality and difference of each one. The newer Thompson chains, if you do not have a new one, if you haven't purchased a Thompson chain, and I would say probably 4 years, 5 years, that's probably about the time period where things have changed, because I had one that was from 2011, which would be about 3 years ago, and it was different than these ones. This is what I've been told by the company, that is the leather style that they have now is a cappy grain. It's a loose style grain. They didn't have the pebble grain. My NASB was defective. It was a pebble grain style, and they don't carry that no more. So I got a New King James version, and let me show you the difference. They're definitely wider. This is the thickest Thompson chain I have ever seen in my life. It is about the same thickness as my, almost identical. This is an NLT study Bible, and the thickness wise is almost identical. The camera doesn't show it, but I would say they're identical in thickness, which is really strange because Thompson Chain does not have any study notes at all. It's a reference Bible with chain referencing to the back. It has a lot of extra stuff in the back. If you don't know what a Thompson Chain has, I recommend that you check it out. They're really, really good Bibles. But without study notes, I thought it was kind of weird that it was so thick, because in my other video that I just shown people, that I got a large print for my wife, and it was way too big because it was thin. It wasn't thicker. We assumed it would be thick like this one, this regular size, and I didn't really pay attention to the size of the Bible and didn't realize that it was going to be so wide and thin. The difference is just almost about an inch both ways, length and height wise. So, but thickness wise, it is just a completely different Bible than the older Thompson. And older Thompson was the same thickness, but this width. It'd be like an inch and a half. This is exactly just barely over 2 inches, about 2 inches. I thought it was a little bit more than that, but it's only 2 inches. But it's a lot when it comes to the thickness of a Bible. If you can tell on here on the camera, the signatures are really, really big in this one. And we're having a hard time. I mean, it's brand new, and I'm hoping that this will get better. But when you open the Bible, when you open this large print one, you're able to flip the pages, and it was like that right out of the box. I was able to just, thumb the pages, really, really easy. If you're looking for, say you're looking for a book, it's just like any other Bible. All the papers match up. With this one that we've ran into, is it's doing it in chunks. I don't know if that's because of the thickness or what. But see that? The signatures are just really, really big signatures. I've never seen that many pages sewn together in that big of chunks. It's just, right now it's really hard for us to work it in. So when you want to try to flip through the pages, it's it's hard to not have it flip in chunks because it keeps going to the next signature. But I'm hoping that goes away. We shall see. I told my wife that we just need to keep using it, and hopefully that will go away. I'm hoping that's not a defect. If anybody knows out there, go ahead and shoot me a message and let me know that yours was like that and it went away. If anybody knows if yours was like that and it didn't go away, please let me know. Anyways, it's really nice. I think the thickness for me is kind of too thick for me, so I'm kind of happy to keep the one that my wife was going to have, and she's happy to keep the one that I was going to have, because this was supposed to be mine. And she was actually wanting to start a new translation. she's read King James all her life, and she already has a King James Thompson Chain, so wouldn't make sense really to have two King James. I don't know why I even ordered the large print, other than her older Thompson Chain got wet, so she wanted a new one. The pages got kind of ruined on it and stuff, and it was time for her to get a new one. But anyways, let me show you what the inside looks like. If you're familiar with Thompson, this one, the New King James, has a lot more space in between the verses. The older Thompson Chains, like this style, compared to that, I mean, that's why the Bible is so thick, because throughout this Bible it seems to space the verses a lot more than the older Thompson does, the King James style. I mean, every once in a while it will look kind of like the older King James style, but there's a lot more spacing between verses. Even the headers and stuff, descriptions of the verse are a bit more spacious. And there is newer stuff with this one, a few things that we've seen, but we haven't had a whole lot of time. We just got this today, so I might do some other videos just to let people know that, you know, if this spacing with the signatures goes away, I'll do another video and let people know. But in the back, you got that much pages of extra stuff, and it's just amazing how much the Thompson Chain has in it. If you're not familiar with one, check them out. They're really cool. This one has darker verses. The black is not in the King James. The black letters that you see is something different with the New King James, and me and my wife haven't had time to figure it out why that is. So that's something new. If you don't have a New King James, that's something new with the New King James version. So that'll be neat to find out. The artwork in the back has changed. The maps are a bit different. The art style has changed quite a bit. It's kind of hard to flip because of those pages, but this kind of artwork up here is not in the King James. The maps are different. I did not know that the New King James had a different look to it, which I really, really like. One of these days I'll probably get me one, but for now my wife will have this one, and hopefully she'll enjoy this one, and it'll work out to be a good Bible. Lots of different artwork in it. If you're familiar with King James and a King James, I mean Thompson Chain in the King James style, if you're really familiar with it, you'll notice the different pictures that are in this as I'm flipping through. It has some of the same, and then there's some that are different. And it doesn't have like the scroll of Isaiah. My NASB didn't have that either, but no big deal for my wife. And me, I love that picture, so I hate to kind of lose it, but not that big of a deal. Another big change is the maps. In the large print, the maps were actually on Bible paper. In this one, the maps are actually on card paper, the thicker stuff, and they're a lot brighter and more vibrant. I would say they're way better maps than you would get with the King James. So I don't know what Thompson Chain, why they stick to doing the paper thin in the King James, because I would rather have my maps like this, especially since I paid the same amount of money for this one as I did for this one. Why do I have better maps in this one and not in that one? And also the gold seal around here, you have the gold edging that goes, the gilding that goes completely around the edge, and in the large print you don't have that. You just have the plain, no gold. And then I'll show you the maps. The maps are honestly horrible maps. I don't really care too much about maps, but when you get another Thompson and you find out that it has, you know, good maps, and this one has just basic Bible paper, and this is really wrinkled in this one, and not horribly bad, but it's because it's on Bible paper. So you see how it's not as vibrant as the New King James style. I'm assuming that this is an older style King James version, and they just keep going with the same old style as King James. The New King James is just way better when it comes to the maps, but they're not too bad. You know, it's just that they're on the thin paper, and that kind of irritates me because, like I said, same price. Why should it be any different? And it's confusing, you know, if you buy a Bible and you go, oh, I like that Bible, and then you order another one in a different, yes, it's in a different translation and, in a large print form, but at least it should still have the same basic things that make you like that Bible. So be aware of that. It's not a game changer for me. I like the Bible regardless, but some people, that might be a big deal for them. So, be aware if you have one of the smaller versions, they're really thick. The larger print will be really wide. I have noticed that they do have a large print that comes in a thickness like this, and I don't know how that, if it's a different series number or what. You would have to get a hold of Thompson Chain to find out the dimensions on their Bibles. But anyways, if there's anything that you want to know about these Bibles, shoot me a message and I'll get back to you. I will let people know after this Bible gets worked in if the signature situation changes, where that doesn't come in such big chunks like this. So anyways, God bless and have a great day. Bye.